What's up, EF? Troy here, coming live from the tap room. I believe this is the first time we've ever done one of these tastings here, but the cellar is kind of crazy right now, so we're going to come to you live from the tap room, where a lot of you are going to be picking up weekend orders here soon. So thanks for adjusting to that change. Here to tell you about the October blends that we've got. We've got 6 awesome beers, 3 of them of which are unfruited. So let's get started. We've got West Bank. This is our version of East Bank, but instead of using honey, we're using maple syrup from Vermont. Then we've got a great blend of Undertone. We've got Freestyle number 5, which is a gin barrel-aged blend of Saison and Funky Blender, tasting amazing. We've got Vanilla Jammy. We've got Vanilla Funky Blender Cherry, and we've also got rounding it out with Ghost Snout Peach. So let's dive into them all. All right, how's everybody doing? How's your Friday? Good? West Bank. This is the alternative to East Bank, because East Bank is like, we're on the east bank of the river here. There's a place just upstream from us, which is a boat put in that is called West Bank. And so we decided to name it West Bank instead of East Bank for that reason. We used the same amount of Vermont maple syrup as we would have used Colorado honey in this beer. This is actually Emily's idea, so we can give her the credit for it. I was really, I was like, yeah, we'll give it a try, like not knowing how much the maple syrup would actually come through. There's definitely a distinct underlying presence of some of that maple sugar that's coming through, even though it's all been fermented out. But there's definitely some of that maple syrup sweetness in the finish. It's super drinkable, medium acidity, some of those same complex aromas that East Bank has. And I'm just a really big fan of this one. So much so that we didn't even name it in a different, like a freestyle or creative license brand. We branded it itself. I guess Emily and Russ think it's gonna do some big things, so we'll see. But I'm excited for it, hope you all are too. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Up next, we've got an Undertone. This was packaged back in February of 2022. This beer has been tasting great. We've had it on draft in a few places if you've been around. It's been on tap a little bit. Undertone is our oat farmhouse ale. Those oats, something in those oats, give it our yeast some different things to chew on and makes totally different flavors. Nice and bright because it's been aging for so long. Just so citrusy, not citrusy, just so like candy flavors in the nose, like stereotypical candy, like sweet flavors in the nose. I can't get enough of these. Medium acidity, but definitely tart, complex, dry, refreshing. My mouth is watering just thinking about more of these unfruited beers that we make. I'm so proud of. So this is a really small batch. We've got like 10 cases of this available. Up next, we've got Freestyle number 5. This is a gin barrel-aged blend with Saison and Funky Blender for the 2 in this one. If you like gin, you're gonna like this one. So we've been trying this over the last few weeks, and it is ready to go. This might be the best gin beer that we've ever released. Just super citrusy, lemon lime in the nose, and the finish. It's just a hint of vanilla. So overall, it's the most intense gin beer that we've made, but also with a clean finish with very low barrel character as far as like the vanilla, the tannins like that go. So 2 barrel blend of this one. We heard you like those unfruited specialty barrel aged beers. This is what we're putting out to try to make that happen for y'all. So jump on this one. Now switching over to the fruited blends of the month, because you know we got to do that. You know it's got to be on vanilla, and you know it's got to be a side project beer. We've got Vanilla Jammy with Tahitian vanilla beans. So these berries came from last year's harvest, and then it's been aging for weeks, if not months, on Tahitian vanilla beans. It's got that foam like I always like. You're not gonna wonder where the vanilla is in this blend. I can promise you that. Huge vanilla character. Still that unfermentable sweetness that we get from those blackberries. The side project culture is very apparent in this blend. Medium high acidity, but that sweetness from the perceived sweetness from the vanilla really smooths it out. A great dessert beer as well. This is one that you won't want to miss, especially if you're a fan of the vanilla. Up next, we've got Funky Blender with cherry and Madagascar vanilla. Again, this one's been on tap at our tap room, and you might have seen it around Denver a little bit. Big fan of this one. This one came from last summer as well, with ballots and cherries, and then Madagascar vanilla. Some really nice color to it. It's been fun to play with the vanilla in these less intense fruit blends, the non-preserves version, if you will. And it's just a great, easy drinker. We've got the ballot and cherries, which provide a lot of that cinnamon flavor to the beer. Medium, if not medium low acidity. Still intense cherries, still plenty of vanilla in there as well. So a really nice drinkable cherry vanilla beer at a great price point. Check out this one. Last but not least, we've got the last peach beer from the 2021 harvest. Ghost Note Peach. Ghost Note being our spelt farmhouse ale with, I gotta look at the front label, I believe they're Gala peaches. O. Henry peaches. So O. Henry peaches are actually the peaches that we're getting in right now. This is about a year old. So O. Henrys are the last Freestone peaches that we get here in Colorado. I got some from a farmer's market a couple days ago right here at the tap room, and I'm excited to let those ripen up and try those. But O. Henry peach, a great, very flavorful late season peach with the spelt farmhouse ale, which is Ghost Note. And the body that we get from that is definitely the best part of this blend, if you ask me. Plenty of peach, plenty of body. Like it's crazy how even just a little bit of that spelt really increases the body. It's super noticeable and distinguishable from all the other 5 that we're tasting here. The peaches in this are like biting into a fresh peach. Even being a year old, it's just a great way to preserve those summer flavors and let them go. Again, this is a really tiny blend. We've got about 10 cases of this available to EF as well. So cheers EF, hope you have a great weekend. For those of you coming up to grab beers this weekend at the tap room, we'll see you soon. Cheers.